Hi guys. Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good, good.
Thank you. Sorry I keep doing it.
No worries.
Nice boots.
Thanks, girl.
These are really awesome.
Pretty sweet, huh?
Fancy.
Yeah, got them in Nashville. Nash Vegas, as they say. So decided to rock them. Because now I realize that they're about 2 inches more of heel than there is anyways. So now I look really, really tall, which I suppose I am. Hi. All right.
You played 3 different Sams in the last episode of season 6. Do you have a favorite one?
Yes. My favorite Sam is always Soulless Sam. I love the kind of cold, calculating side of Sam that we don't see very often. And I don't know if I like that just because Sam is usually the soulful, heartfelt, thoughtful guy, but it was fun to kind of be like cold and calculating and ruthless a little bit. I guess knowing that I was going to one day go back. But I've never been shy about. I always had fun playing, whether it was Demon Blood Sam was another Sam. The Meg Demon Sam. So I've always had a fun time kind of playing the bad guy version of Sam. I don't get a chance to do it a whole lot. Obviously, Sam and Dean are the heroes of the show, so they're not going to be bad very often. But Soulless Sam is probably my favorite of the bunch.
We saw like a little glimpse of Samus right now in the season finale.
Really? Oh yeah, got it. I was like, I haven't even seen it. I was jealous.
Can you tell us a little bit about how he's doing at the premiere?
Yeah, he. Well, we maybe I'm not supposed to say this, but we pick up right where we left off. I think not only the audience, but I think the actors would have been really upset to just pick up like 3 months later, like, oh, glad that cleared up, and then moving forward. So we pick up immediately, and we basically realize that Sam has figuratively and literally seen the worst he's going to see. And so now it's up to Sam to acknowledge that and move forward. And it's almost like I'm thinking of it as a recovering. We almost saw a touch of it with the Demon Blood, like a recovering addict, like saying, "Listen, I know I've got a problem, and it still messes with me. I still get this urge sometimes to do this or do that, but I see it now. I realize it now. And I know you think, like Dean obviously is going, you all right, man? Like you're kind of passing out on us. You're like talking to yourself." And so Dean's a little freaked out by it, and Sam's saying, you know, his feeling is, look, I get it. I get that you think I'm freak. I can see why, and I think so too. But I'm dealing with it. You know, like I'm dealing with my issue. I have this problem. I understand it. It's not going to go away. I'm not just going to say like, no, I'm healed. Like Sam had a tendency to say like, no, I'm better. Look, you know, like smile. And, let's have a beer. But now Sam's saying, no, I'm not okay, but I'm dealing with it. You know.
How does it compare for you acting-wise? Like last season when you were you had a new Sam to play with, and this year, I mean, is it harder? Is it easier?
It is.
Than
It is.
Sam?
It's Soulless Sam. I don't want to say it was easy, but it was. I had something that I could tell myself, or not like it was a secret, but I was just trying to think absolutely no emotion, pure reason. Like he thought there was no attachment, there was no nothing. It was just, this is better. Like with when Cash was sticking his hand in the kid's chest, and Dean wanted to stop, and Sam was like, no, this is the best way to do it. And whereas like the Sam that we know, we usually like, oh yeah, I know Cash, let's just ask him again, you know. So it was very easy to get into Soulless Sam for me. And this year, I'm yet to see how it's going to manifest itself. Jared, literally, like they haven't. If they've done it in the writers' room, I haven't seen the script yet, and so I, as an actor, don't yet know how it's going to turn out, and so that's difficult to logistically play something that I don't know yet what I'm playing. But literally, and in the present, Sam he's refusing to. He's tortured, but refusing to let himself be tortured. It's an honorable, as always. The Winchesters are bearing their burdens with honor and with courage, and he's moving through it. And he definitely has. I don't want to say he has like visions or he has glimpses. It's not going to be like, nah, you know, every episode I fall on the ground and convulse or anything. But we see it very real, and it's very frightening to Sam. I mean, what he sees in his head, he doesn't know if it's real or fake, and when it is, and it just happens like that because the wall fell, and so he can't help but go into it sometimes. And so we see it, and we see Dean get more and more worried about it, and Sam say, look, I know that seemed weird, but I'm on it. I got it. I'm the only one who can save myself, and I'm going to have to save myself. That's how we see it so far.
Where do you go as an actor when they tell you that? When they say, okay, so 100 years of torture in hell, and yeah.
Okay. That's a fan-effing-tastic question. Simply put, I have no idea. I'm still figuring it out. I try to I'm gonna go off on a tangent, but it's difficult to understand like war. Like let's say when you tell somebody 6 million people died and between the years, blah blah blah, they're kind of like whoa, but you can't grasp it. If you then say one person had every nail pulled out and his nose cut off and they pour salt, like thinking about specifics, that's where it really that's where you can go. So instead of thinking about 100 years of pain, like it's sensationalist, like Revelations. The firestorms of locusts will crawl into your ears and eat your. Like I can't even fathom that. Like what do you pull from? So I try to think about specific things, and there are things that I've talked about with Sarah that might have happened or did happen in the cage. That I try to put myself there, as opposed to just thinking about lots of bad stuff. I try to think about the minutia, to use a Kim Manners word. You always talk about the minutia is what's important. Not like, hey, you love this person, but hey, when this person has a booger sticking out, you pick it, and like the specific, So that's probably a really terrible way to answer that. So I think about the boogers. I really just try. Yeah. I'd pull your booger out for you. That's gonna be the quote. How do you think about hell? I'd pull your booger out. Sorry, go ahead.
Is there something you've read from a future script that you were especially excited about that you can hint at all?
Is there something I've read from a future script? I haven't read a lot. We've shot one. We're almost done with 2. We have 3 and 4. There is. I don't know what I can say, so I'll just kind of speak about it. We start to see Sam think we see Sam struggling and fighting to figure out whether or not he's in hell or on earth or dead and dreaming, dead in heaven, dead. Sam is still, he's trying to grasp it. He's trying to, whether this is a dream or not. I don't think it is. Jared doesn't, I don't know. Season 7 finale, Dean and Sam wake up and they're like, all right, go to work, put on an accountant suit and stuff. So we see Sam dancing with figuratively figuring out where he is. And that's fun for me because the confusion, there are a few things, and Sam starts really freaking out and losing his cool. And for me, for Jared reading it, it was scary. I got chills again on my arm, and I don't think I've ever gotten that. But there are parts where reading the script, I was almost watching the show, and I was like, woo, like cool, and I could see Sam's fear and disorientation. And we've seen these guys bear their burdens and wear their fear with courage and with stoicism and just blast through it. And that's honorable, and it helps people get through their day, hopefully. But here we see Sam scared, like truly terrified. And for somebody who's seen what he's seen, to really be losing it, it kind of gives me chills. So I can't wait for that, and I hope it's good.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
I do appreciate it.
Thank you so much.